Okay, hey, quick note from the Canadian Comic Geek here at the comic book shop at Just Push Play. There are, when I mentioned about like the whole everyone what comic to start at, most people I've talked to like to start at issue 1. So I'm gonna mention a few series that's gonna come within a few weeks to a few months that comics you might be interested in. There is gonna be a link at the bottom of this video, so I actually have a list of comics I've mentioned or haven't mentioned that you might be interested in, with pictures and a small description. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a bat here. For those who like cartoons, in September they're bringing Powerpuff Girls are coming back by IDW. Now, is this gonna be like where they left off, or are they gonna do a reboot here? Because it has Mojo Jojo in it, and honestly, as a kid, I loved watching Powerpuff Girls. So if you're a fan, go pick it up. It's only just a 5-issue miniseries. Alright, here's something that's got to come out, actually, next week, surprisingly. The Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Man, that is a mouthful. We're basically, it's not about Peter Parker or Doc Ock as Peter Parker. It's actually, well, the villains. I know most villain comics seem like a bad idea, but I actually like this because these are like the C-list villains that we formed the Sinister Six. And yes, I know there's only 5 of us. But yeah, I'd recommend reading to see how villains have to take it who have like Peter Parker's choice of lifestyle. Like, crap, I need to make rent for next week. I gotta go rob a bank. Okay. Also coming this July, from New 52's Trinity of Sin, Pandora, where basically this is DC's version of the girl who unleashed all the evils in the world, and basically now, who's still alive, weirdly enough, is basically trying to free her from her crimes and also entrap all the evils. Who are these evils? The 7 deadly sins of man. And I've looked at the drawings and they are awesome, although lust confuses me, weirdly enough, because it's a man in a straitjacket. It's weird. Other than that, I'm intrigued to read this because she's the one who she's the comic book character who rebooted the DC universe. Thanks, Pandora, but I like to see how it goes. Alright, coming in September, and this is for for zombies, mind you. It's called Dynamite presents The Mocking Dead, where basically it's basically like zombie apocalypse. But the one guy notices it's going like this terrible zombie film he saw a week ago. So he actually has an idea how to stop it. And I love the fact that all the zombies look like they have grins. And I'm going to end this with zombies. No, I'm going to have another zombie thing and end it with another of upcoming DC comic books. In the first week of October, and I can't believe I'm intrigued at watching this, the new horror zombie comic, Afterlife with Archie. Now, before you start clicking away, it actually sounds more intriguing than it is. It's basically a zombie apocalypse at Riverdale, which my dad actually mentions it sounds very familiar and that he's probably already seen it when he was my age. So, wow. No, but long story short, and this is what I had to gather from the internet here, it starts off with this. Reggie ran over Jughead's dog, Hot Dog. And, well, Jughead has letting go issues because he can't bear the fact that, well, Hot Dog's dead. Stupid Reggie. and he gets Sabrina the Teenage Witch, yeah, I know, weirdly enough, to bring Hot Dog back to life. And well, it works like a charm. Except he bit Jughead, and now they're both zombies. Okay, who should I blame here? Reggie for running over Hot Dog, Jughead for letting go issues, or Sabrina for following Jughead's dumbass plan? I blame all three, because without all of those elements, we wouldn't have a zombie apocalypse of Riverdale at all. But I recommend reading this because, well, even just from hearing about it, this seems intriguing. Also for fans who love zombies and who don't like Archie and want certain Archie characters to be eaten. Alright, and before I sign off, DC Comics announces, this is also in October, Justice League 3000. And if you want to know what the heck they are, that's the team/comic that replaces Legion of Superheroes in the 31st century. So far, we have the 5 team members who are basically who you're thinking of: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lanterns. And oddly enough, their costumes look a bit dark, and it looks like a mixture. Like, you can actually see elements of the other versions of these characters, like if you've seen them before. Like, some people say, like, oh, I hate Superman's hair, or why does Batman's symbol is like fat and red, or something like that. Some of the costumes look intriguing. My personal favorite, Green Lantern, because, well, he looks frighteningly awesome with Green Lantern armor, but he has a cape and hood like the Spectre, so it looks badass. I'm just, like, and also, why you should be reading this? The guys who are making this are the same 3 guys who made Justice League International back in the 80s. You know, the Justice League comic book that everybody liked back then. But you don't need to know about any of the Justice League, because apparently this is going to be its own series where it's like its own universe. So you can easily start off the bat without knowing who any of the characters are, or were, or where they're from. Other than that, this is the Canadian Comic Geek signing off, and check them out when they do come out.